Well, for my big debate tonight on the show, is the Supreme Court intervention finally going to see some action in this probe into the cash for vote scandal? Remember, it's been 3 years since this happened and a parliamentary panel had given everyone, virtually except Sanjeev Saxena, a clean chit. For more on that debate, joining me tonight, Sudhindra Kulkarni, former BJP leader, and the man who was behind the sting operation which these 3 BJP MPs carried out, which actually showed Sanjeev Saxena on camera, allegedly offering them money. I'm also joined in studio by Mr Satyavrat Chaturvedi, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress. I'm also joined by Mr Chandan Mitra, Rajya Sabha MP and editor of The Pioneer. Thank you all very much for joining us. Let me go across first to Mr Sudhindra Kulkarni. Mr Kulkarni, do you feel vindicated in a way today? You've been saying, BJP leaders have been saying that Amar Singh should have been questioned, the trail points to him. What's your reaction today?
My first reaction is that after a gap of at least 3 years, there is some movement and very positive movement. And it vindicates the whistleblowing operation in which I was involved. Along with my other colleagues, we planned this whistleblowing operation to expose the cash for vote scandal, which is the biggest and the most shameful scandal in the history of Indian Parliament.
Right. I'm also joined by Mohammed Salim of the CPIM. Mr. Salim, you were part of the KCDO panel, which actually went into this whole cash for vote scandal after those BJP MPs produced 1 crore rupees on the floor of the House. But you dissented with the findings of the KCDO panel. Tell us about that dissent and why you think finally, will there be any action in this case?
It's very unfortunate that that thing has happened, and that was a shameful day for the Indian Parliament. But not only parliamentary democracy, but the government which won the trust vote at that point of time, it exposed how the money has played a big role. And it's not, the 1 crore was just a sample. There were multi-crore scam and many people were involved. So in this committee which inquired into it, we found that unfortunately the members were acting in a partisan manner, and that's why the committee was not able to find out the truth, because there are some people who were defending, there are some people who were avoiding, some people trying to divert it. Normally during the parliamentary committee we don't disclose this.
That's an important point. You're saying it was headed by a Congress leader. You're saying the panel finding was partisan. Satyavrat Chaturvedi, Mr. Salim, who was a member of the KCDO panel, saying the panel was partisan. It was favouring the Congress.
You remember very recently there was a debate on whether the 2G scam should be investigated by which mechanism?
JPC or the people.
JPC or what? And finally there was a pressure on the government from all the opposition parties, despite the fact that a JPC would always be headed by a Congress leader.
Yes.
We always said we want your leader to investigate this entire issue, so that the report that is submitted to the House is more credible, so that you don't have any issue. You don't have any issue to point a finger at us and say that, well, look, it was headed by a Congress leader, therefore they have been a partisan.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.